What's up, guys? Nick the Golden here, and today I want to talk to you about why you should play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Just before we get started, the gameplay you're seeing right now is very early in the game, so just in case you're worried about spoilers, there will be no spoilers in this video, so you can stay and watch. So anyways, on to why you should play Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Now, there is the common misconception about this game and how it is, and that's because it was presented in the wrong way. What the game was shown off as was some Japanese idol anime game, and it did not seem like the Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem crossover that we were expecting, especially based on that first little teaser we saw. Like, everyone was completely like, what the hell is this at first? And people are looking at that aspect of the Japanese and the idol anime and all that over the actual game. And for me personally, something like that anime idol stuff, it does not hinder the experience for me, because under that layer is an absolutely fantastic JRPG from Atlas. The game feels like a Shin Megami Tensei game. It really is a Shin Megami Tensei game. It plays exactly like them. It plays better in some aspects, not gonna lie. Like, one example is the dungeons. The dungeons are very creative. They aren't just kind of like, oh, here's a floor, go find the stairs. Like, these dungeons, they have multiple paths. They're creative, and they have, I don't want to say they do have thought into them. I'm not saying that past Shin Megami Tensei games don't have thought into their dungeons, but there's really more detail in them. And I think it's actually great because it just gives them more depth to the dungeons and makes them slightly more interesting and entertaining to explore. But besides from that, this game is just a fantastic JRPG from Atlas. And a lot of people are not looking at this. Like, if you like Shin Megami Tensei, you will like this game. Of course, you will have a lot of idle stuff thrown down your throat a lot of the time, because the story does center around that. I haven't gotten crazy far into the story, so I can't really talk much about that, but it's not terrible. I'm not going to say it's the best story in a Shin Megami Tensei game, because it definitely isn't, but it's not terrible at all, and still, it does not hinder the experience at all, and it shouldn't. It should not, because this game is fantastic if you overlook those tiny flaws you may have with it, or those problems that you have with the anime and all that. Because if you like Atlas JRPGs, if you like Shin Megami Tensei, if you like Persona especially, if you do like Persona especially, this game is just like it. Like, this is literally Persona on the Wii U. They're very similar. They have the social aspects outside of the dungeons, and then they have the dungeon aspects completely. It's structured the same exact way. There's kind of social links. They're side stories. They're kind of like social links. It's very, very similar. And the combat system, I know onto a different topic now, but the combat system works exceptionally too. Once again, it's like a Shin Megami Tensei game, except they have the new session system, which is very good. It really has you focusing on exploring enemy weaknesses, which most of the Shin Megami Tensei combat systems do want you to do. I mean, that's what you should be doing anyways. But it just works well because you can really... I haven't really dived too far into it because I'm only around level 30, but you can build, I'm pretty sure you can build some pretty damn big combos if you set the skills up just right. And I think the player being creative can really, I feel like using the session system could really get the player into it and really get them thinking, because That session system is a giant staple of this combat. You need to use it to win, and that's what I like. The game doesn't say, okay, just attack, you'll win. I mean, most SMT games, they're not like what I just said. They really do have you focus on exploiting the enemy weaknesses to actually succeed in battle. But this one, it really is required, because there's no if you just get a weak point hit, that's it. If you do not have a session attack set up for that, that's it. It's just an extra powerful hit. But when you have session attacks set up for that specific weak point you just hit, then you can just go absolutely ballistic and have some crazy combos, and it's just really fun to play around with. And I know I'm getting off topic right now, but that's because I really want more people to experience this, because a lot of people are looking away from it based on the outside and what they see on the outside, and based on what the game was presented as, because this game was not presented that much as a really strong JRPG. It was presented as this light JRPG, and there's some idol and some anime. There you go. People love anime. Just throwing that, it's not like that. This is a true JRPG. It's a true Shin Megami Tensei game, which that's the most important point I want to stress. I really need to stress that, because a lot of Shin Megami Tensei fans, I'm pretty sure, do not like this game. And I know it's not as serious, it's not as dark, even though the game is kind of dark. It's not as serious as past Shin Megami Tensei games, but still, it is a Shin Megami Tensei game, and it is a very good Shin Megami Tensei game. Which, if you can just look at that, just think about the game itself, try to overlook the anime idol stuff. It's really not that bad. At some points it can get a little, it is over the top, yes. I'll be the first to admit they did go a bit over the top with it, but that should not hinder the experience, because if you let that destroy the entire experience and let you shy away from this game, then you are missing out on a fantastic JRPG. So yeah, definitely guys, really check this out. The game is wonderful. It looks fantastic, which I didn't even get into. Yeah, it's a good game. It's a very strong JRPG, strong RPG in general. And if you have the time, you should go play it. If you're a Shin Megami Tensei fan at all, you should play it. If you just like games, you should really give this game a shot. Alright, hopefully I changed some minds out there. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.